Start standing with your feet hip distance apart and bring the hands on your bony parts of your pelvis. Then step with your right foot forward, relax your shoulders, and then imagine that there is a wall against your right knee so it doesn't go forward. You just want to bend your right hip, allow that thigh bone to go all the way in inside that hip, and then left knee hovers just above the floor, and you arrive up and then step back. And then do the same thing with the left foot. As you're bending your knees, your legs are still hip distance apart, and you'll lift up and then step back. So these are our lunges front. So step with your right foot and then allow your body to just slide down, lift, and then come back. My back heel stays lifted as I just lower the knee, lift, and then go back. Front, and then keep that back heel lifted, lift, and then step back. Imagine that you have a wall behind your back and you're just sliding your body up and then down, and then come back. Let's go for 10 more with the right. Hop, and then step back. 10 more with the left. Bend and lift. Try to bring that back knee slightly above the floor so you don't have to touch the floor. Slide down and lift. And let's 8 more with the right. Hop, and we step back. 8 more with the left. And then step back. Last 7. Relax your shoulders. Imagine that you're holding a blueberry between your shoulder blades. So you don't want to squeeze that blueberry. You don't want to smash it. But you're drawing those shoulder blades slightly towards each other. Hop, push the foot away and come back. And then I think 6 with the right. And then come back. 6 with the left. And come back. Last 5. Go down and up. And we switch. If this feels like it's a little bit too much, you could do all 10 repetitions on single leg without alternating. Last 3 with the right. Step, go down, up, and step back. Left, hop, hop. Last 2. Front, lower, left, left, lower, left. One more time. Step with your right, go down and up. Step with your left, go down and up. Great job. Lie down on your back. Stay with your feet hip distance apart. Lengthen your spine, relaxing your shoulders on the mat. And just bring your left foot on the top of your right knee. Imagine that your left thigh is like a screw inside your hip and you just turn it out, creating a little bit more space in that left hip. Keep it open and then slide your hands underneath your bum. Relax your shoulders, then float your right leg to tabletop position. Relax your shoulders, and then on the exhalation, lift your bum off your hands and then lower down. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. 3. Try to do it on a deep exhalation so you can engage those muscles in your lower abs. So you're giving yourself a nice stretch and we're working with those lower abs. Let's go for 5 more like that. Last 4, powerful exhalation. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more. We will do 10 more of those. So you can stay with your hands underneath your bum. And if you want a little bit more challenge, bring your hands under your head. Curl up, and now your head and shoulders stay lifted, but they're not going to move. You just want to lift that bum and release. Exhale to lift and release. Last 8. Exhale 7. And then 6 with control. 5. Last 4. Last 3. And then 2. One more time. Exhale to lift and then slowly release. Lower your right foot down. Bring your left foot to the mat. Then bring your right foot on the top of your left knee. Think about that right thigh externally rotating. So it opens up, creates a little bit more space in that right hip. And you can slide your hands underneath your bum. Unless you know that you want the challenge straight away, you can bring the hands underneath your head. With the exhalation, we'll lift that left leg up and let's go for 10 bum lifts. We'll lift up for 10. Exhale for 9. Imagine that there is a mirror on the ceiling and you want to fold the mirror with each exhalation. And it's only 5 more. Squeeze your abs for 4. Hard breath out. Last two. One more, and you can keep your hands underneath your bum or bring the hands under your head. With the exhalation, we'll lift, and we have 10 more. 3, 4, 5, and then 5 more only. Last 4, 3 is easy, and 2, 1 more, and then release your foot on the floor, then bring the other foot down, and great job. Lay down on the mat with your feet hip distance apart and just allow your spine to relax on the mat and find that length, and reach with your tail towards your heels and with the crown of the head all the way to the wall behind you. Hug your right leg closer to your body and then hug the left leg all the way in. Lift your elbows nice and high, and you can imagine that you have balloons underneath your elbows. So don't squeeze those balloons, keep them nice and lifted. As you're breathing out, curl up and bring your eyebrows close to your knees. And now feel like you want to pull the belly away from the t-shirt. Hug your right leg all the way in closer to your body, and then reach with your left leg away from you. Keep those elbows lifted to the side and have a feeling that I'm pulling your left leg away from you. Try to keep it as low as your eyes, but if this bothers your lower back, you could lift your leg a little bit higher. Basically, the higher the leg goes, the easier it will be. And so you can modify wherever it feels like you want to be today. Curl up a little bit higher, like you want to make one more wrinkle on your t-shirt, and then switch your legs and hug the left leg all the way in. Keep reaching with that right leg all the way away from your body, and then switch again. You're pulling in. Try to keep your body as still as possible. Your elbows are lifted, and use your arms to lift your chest a little bit higher. And you squeeze that leg and you stretch. I love this exercise. It has basically 2 names: single leg stretch and then single leg pull as well. So we want to do 2 moves in the same time with that leg. We're pulling that leg in and we're stretching the other leg out. And then switch. Let's go for 10 more. And you hug and then switch. And then 9 and lengthen. Last 8 and then stretch. And then 7 and we switch. Last 6 and switch. And then 5, keep breathing, keep your elbows reaching to the side of the room. Last 3 and you stretch. Last 2 and stretch. 1 more and stretch. Then hug both legs in and relax all the way down. Great job.